A police guy is asking a small girl if she is lost. But to his surprise, she confessed her love to him and asks him to become her wife. But with a smile, he says that she needs to be older for that to happen. After a few years, she came back and says, "I love you" to him. And then she came back again after some years gone by, and she confesses again to him. And he realizes that she became really tall. And in the end, after 10 years, she became a cop and asks him to be his wife as he promised before. Afterwards, he was talking to a kid who got lost. And suddenly she says that's cute, but he says yeah, kid sure is cute. But she still insisted on saying that he is the one that's cute, not the kid. Afterwards, he was taking a note about something while explaining it to her. But she is just looking at him. And he blushes a little and asks her if she was listening. To which she says she got mesmerized by him. And time back then, years before, she gave him a fake ring she made in the art class, and realizes it fits perfectly. After hearing that, she tells to him that she know everything about him while making an eye contact. And to the present time, he was remembering all of this. She was surprised to hear him say that. And then he says that really made him happy, since he's still a rookie at that time. But after hearing that, she wall pushed him by thinking she really loved him. But he was thinking about if he made her angry. And time back, a small kid confesses his love to her. But with zero expression, she rejected him by saying she already decided to marry someone. And she goes on by asking who he is. But he was a boy who sits next to her in class. After some years, someone confesses to her again. But she still rejected him, and time goes on. Someone again confesses, and she rejected him as well. And her eyes are sparkling clean whenever she is with the cop. And he was thinking she is as sparkling as always. Afterwards, it was a drinking party with his colleagues. And they asked about the girl that became a cop just to be with him. And he tells to them that's really shocking for him, since she became a cop chasing after him. And he was thinking that he is getting cornered here. Afterwards, his friends tells him to give an answer to her, since he doesn't have a girlfriend. To which he says that there is a 10 years gap between them. And he goes on by saying that she is a lovely girl. And he wants her to marry someone and be happy with him. And not with an old man like him. And then his friends started to cry, saying that the only man that could make her happy is him. While he was thinking if he said something gross. Normally when she is alone or without him. And he when he is not with her. And both of them when they are together. Both of them blushing, and she has her eyes all over him. And they were taking a complaint. And he realizes that both of them is really tall. And she is taller than him. Afterwards, she comes in and calls him. And she was stunned when he looked at her. And then she suddenly calls him Oni-chan, which she used to call as 10 years before. While thinking about what am I doing, I am not a kid anymore. But all of the sudden he says Ito-chan while being half asleep. And he realizes that he called her like he used to call her 10 years ago. Thinking that she might be angry. And he started to tell to her it was an accident. But she was fully flustered and couldn't able to speak. Afterwards, someone that's walking by is saying that the police officer is looking cute. And he was winking at them. And then she was staring at them with a powerful aura which made them stunned. Afterwards, some people walking by is telling that she looking cute and tall and also having a huge tits. And he heard all that and decides to hide her behind his body. But she is blushing and thinking that he is so close to her. Afterwards, on accident, both of them fell on the floor, on top of each other. And she was closing her distance into his face. And he calls her. And after hearing that, she goes back saying sorry for pinning him down. And she goes on by saying that she couldn't help it since he was so cute. And he thinks to himself that it's his fault since he was the one that fell on her. And with a blushing face, she leaves the room and closes the door. And she slowly opens the door with a sparkling eyes. And he was thinking that is really bad for his heart. Afterwards she lifts him and was really proud of it. But he just tells her to put him down. And time back he lifted her when she was a child. And some years later he was walking next to her. And more time for on and she was tall as him. And then time back she gave him a gift. And he realizes that he can't accept the gift while working. And he remembers that today is a Valentine Day. And he thinks to himself that it really hurts to reject it. But she tells him to not to worry since she knew about the not accepting gift from others while working. And then she goes on by saying that she wrote a letter instead. And after taking it he realizes that there is a lot. And he was really happy to read that since she put too much of her love into it. After reading it he gets an idea. And on the next day she comes again. And he gave her a letter as a return gift. And after receiving that she was fully flustered and her heart started to beat so fast, while telling she loves him,